So, hi dear, we are going to start our last learning outcome, which is learning outcome number 3. Please accept my apologies. My camera is not working. I don't know what happened to my laptop camera. So please accept apologies for that thing. So today we are going to cover learning outcome number 3, develop strategy options for an organization. So related to this learning outcome, we have these inductive content where we are going to explore different kinds of the tools and approaches which will help us to understand planning options, at the, which is a very more important session. It is a kind of skill. Apart from exploring these strategic tools, we will learn the criteria for judging options and how we will do the feasibility study and risk assessment to reach to the final decision to select the most effective option for our organization. In today's session, again, I will not focus on the example or kind of the strategies Tesco is using. Again, I'm just repeating myself. In this whole course throughout, we are just taking using Tesco as a case study, and the kind of example strategies and strategic initiative which Tesco is using, we have gone through over and over again. It is just waste of time, and it is a bit boring for us to discuss same thing over and over again in sessions. So our main focus will be on these strategic options. Maybe I'll explore different companies example in today's section, and main focus will be how we are going to use this criteria and how we are going to evaluate uh, the final decision. Okay. So talk about developing strategy options for an important to organization respond effectively to competition. It helps us to enhance our business growth and make us adaptive and flexible toward market changes, optimize our resources allocations. So developing a strategy option is essential for a company's long-term success. It involves evaluating company strengths, available market opportunities, and its position against competitors. So this process helps in making informed decisions that drive growth, improve profitability, and ensure the business remains sustainable in the face of challenges and changes in the market. So that's why we need to develop these options and finally make the best choice out of these options, which we are going to cover today. So from strategic option perspective, there are the different kind of options. They have given few of them here, but we are going to cover all of these in the upcoming slide, where these options come under different models. So let's start with NCFE models because it is covering all these four strategies here. So first four strategies will be covered in under NCFE's model. Digital transformation and sustainability strategies we have covered many times. You can just go through these strategies yourself in your convenient at your convenience. So you can cover in your free time. So NCFE's tricks can be used to illustrate the purpose. It helps figure out growth opportunity. Then same time, it helps us to assess those opportunities before making any decision. Okay. So NSF metrics is a strategic tool used to help businesses decide on growth strategy. It helps to assess growth opportunities based on current and new markets and products. If we talk about the market penetration, there are the different, four strategies. Market penetration, it mainly focus on increasing sales of existing product in existing market. So the product is existing and the market is also existing. So you are just trying to find ways to increase sales. For example, the Coca-Cola increases advertising for its beverages for existing customer for the existing product. Market development, what you do, you expand existing product, but yes, you are going to and you are with the market for example, even expands to new countries. So the product is expanding product development. In this case, you product to is just introduce. If we take the example of iPhone, new version of iPhone with advanced feature. So new product, but they're selling to the existing customers. Diversification, it introduced new product into new market. So product is new, market is new, so that's why it involves high risk but potential for the significant growth, because your product is new and your market segment is new, so there are very likely chances you are going to have a high profit margin. We can take the example of Virgin Group. Originally they were known for its music business, but they diversify into the airline industry. So there was a where they had a big scope and opportunity grow and to make a more profit. Then port is generic. Okay, I think so. This diversification, it will come under different tools. So I will not be explaining over and over again. If it will repeat again, I will just skip diversification strategy. So these, I have explained you. Tesco is example I already told you. You will be reading it yourself and you will be seeing how they are integrating these strategies to their organization strategy and their initiatives and tactics. The managed strategies, it is basically helps organization to define their position in the market and compete in the market. They want on how on the to see them. So if there are in categories or strategy, the book. So these strategies might be suitable in different situations. The key is you need to select the one that aligns best with your company strengths and market opportunity. Cost leadership, it mainly focus looking to be the lowest cost producer in their industry. So this strategy is effective and there is a price sensitivity in the market. Same thing is happening with the Tesco also, it having a competition from Aldi and Lidl. And the company can reduce costs through economies of scale, efficient operations, or low-cost suppliers. So they can use such kind of the strategies to lower their costs. We can take an example of Walmart and of course Lidl and LD. I think so they're utilizing the cost leadership approach. And, Tesco trying to compete in some areas. Differentiation is unique product or being different or to competitive. This strategy works well when with premium or features. We can example Apple phones. Okay, and the last one is a focus or niche kind of things. These one are this strategy is suitable for companies where they are targeting a specific niche market. This strategy is ideal for businesses that can cater to a small segment of customer with either a cost focus or differentiated approach. So cost focus where they want to serve customer on the low prices. Differentiation may be there is differentiation is high, but the price will be high. We can take example of the Tesla. They're focusing on high-end electric cars, or on the other side, a small boutique offering clothing, unique clothings. So again and again, so this model give us the option of three strategies. Then you need to choose which one is better for your organization, which one is aligning with your strategic goal. So these four strategies what we have already covered, consolidated in one slide. So as those strategies to yourself, and you can connect the dot how they are using these strategies in their organization. Okay, this is also consolidation of the same point. Okay. Okay, so the same modeling tool, we have already used the two tools like Porter's generic model and Mintzberg strategies, Answers metrics and Porter's generic strategies we have already covered. So these modeling tools, why we need to use these modeling tools? What is the importance of these tools? The number one, these tools and approaches help us to develop organization strategic options. Then we need to see and we need to evaluate or assess the options considering, and these actually options help us and allows us to ensure that it is these options are aligning with organizational goal or not, means strategic alignment is exists there or not, and then it help us to design our strategies around our organization strengths or assess our strengths, and then ensure efficient resource allocation capabilities, and then attract or grab external opportunities and respond to competition while incorporating core values and cultures in our strategies. So these things we have already covered in our previous session, all these points, but these strategies help us to consider all these elements and to assess these elements to make informed decision. And also it helps us to devise well-rounded effective strategy to remain competitive and sustainable in the market. We need to consider all these elements. So otherwise we will miss on many things. So we have already covered two strategy may answer is already in that one. And the second one is corporate expansion strategies. So these strategies are mainly focused on control over supply chain operations and make you better in control and run your operations smoothly. So sorry. So corporate expansion focuses on scaling and evolving business through strategic growth avenues. So there are some kind of the strategies we can use. Vertical integration, it means this involves expanding into different stages of the supply chain. Either you can acquire by acquiring suppliers, like it is we call refer it as a backward integration, or distribution forward integration. Why forward and backward integration? Because these are the processes either before the production phase or after the production phase. Whatever is coming before production phase, we call it backward integration, and whatever is coming after the production phase, we call it forward integration. So it helps us ensure control over resources, reduce cost, and improve efficiencies. So, for example, a car manufacturing buying a tire company to control its production processes. Okay, so basically, it helps us to control supply chain operation and to be in a better position to control disruptions and to ensure smooth processes. Porter's model we have already discussed. Diversification, another approach, diversification, resource control, and distribution channel. So when we talk about these ones, so these one focus on diversification. Basically, in this case, a company expands into new products or services that are related to its. I think so. We have already discussed diversification. No, no. Oh, sorry. Corporate expansion strategies. Diversification we have already discussed, and distribution. of account resources effectively to gain a competitive advantage by reducing the waste and cost. Then company with better resource control can maintain consistency in quality and innovation. And then it can mitigate risk by reducing reliance on external supply or market fluctuations. So distribution channel, it means it is a kind of the network through which a company delivers its product or services to customers, including wholesaler, retailers, and direct sales. So with the distribution channel, we can expand product availability across different location. We can cover wider market reach with efficient channels, and we can provide customer convenience by ensuring and giving the options of online retail and direct sale. So a customer can access products easily. It can improve our sales because effective distribution lead to higher sales by increasing more customer and improving product visibility. So resource control and distribution channel play crucial role in business growth by improving operational efficiency. Okay. So next one is Mintzberg's strategy deliverable and emergent strategies. I find this part very interesting. I don't know why, but it is. I like this part a lot. So deliberate and emergent. Again, these names hints or give a little bit self-explanation. In deliberate strategies, these are basically planned and intentional strategies that an organization sets at outset from the beginning, or they are often based on clear objective analysis and structured planning, and it is aligned and derived from the your mission and vision statement. So they are defined by top management, okay, and it has a predictable, clear plan with the expected outcomes, and it focuses on executing the plan as designed or planned from the beginning. Example is Apple plans and releases new iPhone model annually based on long-term product development strategy. So this is their intentional strategy. Emergent strategies, as name suggests, it evolves over the time as the company respond to unexpected challenges or opportunity. They arises from day-to-day decision rather than being strictly planned. So they provide flexibility, adapted as the business environment changes, responsive, and they help us to grab the opportunity. Can take example of Netflix. It transitioned from DVD rental to streamlining services. So they were responding to the market conditions. So as I told you already, I will be focusing on explanation. You will be reading the example of Tesco's strategy yourself. It is becoming very boring to explaining the same strategies over and over again. And strategy balancing merger and acquisition. Okay, these strategies, these ones, yeah. If we talk about the strategic alliances, uh, in this case, a partnership is done between two companies to work together on specific project while remaining or holding their independent entities. Spotify partners with Uber, and similarly, Tesco did the partnership with Uber to deliver their food or delivery of the food or their product in efficient manners. In the case of merger, two companies combine to form a new or single organization. Exxon merging with Mobil to create one of the largest oil companies in the world. And in case of acquisition, one company by another to gain control or resources. So Microsoft acquiring LinkedIn uh, to enhance its business on networking and professional services. So the next one is value-based and contingency strategies. In this case, yeah. So value-based and contingency. Value-based strategies mainly try to focus on creating and delivering superior value to customer often by emphasizing quality, innovation, and customer experiences. So they just try to align their activities or adopt their strategies to cater customer need and expectation. We can take an example of Tesla focusing on innovation and superior electric vehicle performance to deliver value to environmentally conscious customer. It is helpful to meet customer preferences, respond. This strategy basically can be or a certain situation changing or based on changing or unforeseen circumstances, and it allows businesses to respond to unexpected challenges or opportunities. We can take an example of Coca-Cola because they adjusted their marketing strategies and supply chain operations during global economic downturns. So both strategies help businesses respond effectively to market condition. Okay, value-based focus on long-term customer value and contingency, offering flexibility in dynamic situations. Okay, so if we move to the next one, more market segment and niche markets. So these strategies are helpful to make an effective engagement with your customer, retain your customer, and increase their satisfaction. So if we talk about this one, okay. Market segmentation means you are actually dividing a broad market into smaller group based on the similar needs or their demographics. And With this one, you try to create a more tailored marketing strategies, pricing strategies, or you're offering and reaching specific customer group more effective with the more customized advertising or campaigning messages. So we can take an example of Tesco. In this case, they are offering value meals or product line for price sensitive or low income groups. So niche market, a small specific segment of the market that focuses on particular product or service tailored to a very specific group. So we can take an example of Rolex targeting a customer who seeks high-end and exclusive timepieces. Basically, niche market helps in targeting broader groups. Niche market, serving a specialized market, which can help businesses avoid fierce competition and create strong brand loyalty within their niche. So the product portfolio and profitability strategies, they are helpful uh, with the cost efficiency and revenue growth. So if we talk about profitability and product portfolio strategy is basically it is a collection of all the products and services offered by any company. It aims to cater different market segment. So like a mitigation strategy by diversifying the risk. If you have a varied portfolio, it reduces reliance on a single product and ensures stability if one product sales declines. So again, I can give you the Coke example. They expanded or they included different product lines like beverages and sodas, juices, and water, etc., to reduce the risk. Then profitability strategies, they mainly focus on increasing companies' profit through cost reduction, pricing strategy, improving operational efficiency. As Tesco is also working on their pricing strategy. McDonald's is focusing on their operation to maximize profit margins. So these strategies help improve margins and ensure sustainable growth in both good and bad economic conditions. So you need to know what strategies are best for your organization based on your circumstances of your organization strength, internal environment and external environment. Okay. Now they have whatever you have studied these strategies and using these model, what kind of the strategies Tesco has utilized. They just consolidated in one tool. So these tools we have covered. Again, these tools Tesco is using or incorporating strategies in their organization strategy. Okay. So basically, you need to use a blend of these strategies to make a well-rounded organization strategy. So we don't have any learning in the class. So if you guys have any question, you can just send us or drop an email. We'll be more than happy to reply your queries. So now we are going to start new topic. It is mean as I told in the beginning, we are going to explore criteria for reviewing potential strategy options. So we will organization. So there is a way to develop the criteria. So this criteria basically is the visibility risk, and it will also help to determine whether strategy supports growth, enhances competitiveness, and sustains long-term success or not. So these criteria, I will just quickly explain these one descriptions. I mean, these strategies again, you will see all these strategies we have already covered. You will go through by yourself in your free time, and you can connect the dot with this criteria. Strategic alignment, you just try to ensure whatever strategy you are going to use, it is connected with your vision, mission, and your long-term goal. Otherwise, it is a futile effort, feasibility, and resources availability. If strategy is there, but you don't have a resources, then this is again useless effort. You need to you need to plan your strategy around your resources. Again, feasibility, you need to check that if there is enough demand for that, whatever you are going to do, or for your product or not. You same way you need to check that thing also. Market demand and consumer preferences. Whatever strategy you are going to make, is it responding to the consumer preferences? For example, environment friendly product or preference practices. Is it responding to that or not? Competitive advantage. Your strategy, is it helping you to capitalize on your competitive advantages or not, on your capabilities or not, and helps to make your position stronger in the market or not? You need to check that thing. Risk assessment. Whatever strategies you are going to use, you need to assess what kind of the risks are associated with that strategy. Are you in a position to mitigate those risks or not? Controllable or uncontrollable? If they are high or low, what is the intensity of the risk? So you need to assess all these things and check if you can control these risks or not. Then financial viability and profitability is a very important element. You need to check if you are making any kind of the investment or making investment decision, what kind of the return you are going to gain, what will be your profit margin, and another area, cost and expenditure, your element you need to consider. And then sustainability and corporate social responsibility, you can include this element as a criteria, which helps to ensure that if your strategy is aligned with the sustainability practices or not, because it has a growing concern nowadays and may be becoming mandatory by the organizations, by the governments. Operational efficiency and scalability, you need to ensure whatever strategy you are going to adopt, if has execution from the operational perspective or not. You have enough operations or resources to run and execute that strategy. And in case of you're expanding your businesses, so you have ability to scale your resources or not, to expand your resources accordingly or not. You need to check that thing also. Time frame for implementation, there should be the realistic time, not too short, not too long. There should be a realistic time frame to execute that strategy. Then regulatory and legal compliance, it is also very important. You need to meet the industry standard in whichever industry you are operating, and then you should comply with the government laws and regulations also. Otherwise, it can bring a big hurdles and problem in your businesses. So now we are going to apply that criteria. From these criteria, you need to choose whatever are important and suitable for your organization. And according to your context, you can choose. But I think so amongst all of these five are of critical importance. Uh, Sorry, just give me a sec. I think so. I need to put my laptop on charge and battery is running short. Sorry. So in that case, you need to put your potential strategy options. From those tools, you need to select it which one you want to choose. You are going to put on the one side, then the criteria against these options. You are going to now apply the criteria to find out which strategy effective organize against strategy test option. Yeah. Alignment is very important. Competitive ability, risk level, and these kind of critical importance. If you want to enhance or include more, it is up to you. But these five are very important. So you need to check each option one by one. You need to, for example, like we will just go through with the first strategy option, and then rest of the thing you can read yourself. Expand Tesco's online grocery. So we want to check if it is strategically aligned with our organization vision or mission or not. Strong alignment with Tesco's digital strategy. Okay, so you need to check that it is now aligned with vision and mission. If you remember and go back to refer back to vision and mission, yes, it is. It is creating a value for all their stakeholder and then exists and has to remain the market leader. Then feasibility perspective, Tesco has a long, strong logistic network. Okay. If we talk about competitive advantage, it strengthens Tesco's lead in online retail. So yes, this is also take profitability because online grocery store they grab this opportunity in time, so there is a high potential for long-term profitability. There are some kind of the risk level from operational side. So operational risk includes supply chain delays. So the risk is there. Then sustainability, they are already incorporating this strategy to reduce carbon footprint. Yeah. So yes, you are taking these one, you are risk level in 50%. Very good, not bad. In future, you can consider this one where the green tick is there. It means this is 100% good or strongly meeting the criteria. With the cross is there, it means it is not recommended or it is a red flag for your organization. So this way you just use the sign to when you are evaluating your options against each criteria. Then you, after this one, you are just going to give it a numeric value or weightage. So your criteria is this side, weightage is this side. These are your strategic options where you have the green ticks. It means you are giving 100% weightage to these one. Okay. So these are the weightage. So where were the green ticks? You are giving 100% mark or weightage to that one assigning. Where there was this precaution sign, you are giving a 50% of weightage or more than means 75%, sorry. And then or two-third of your weightage. And when there was like sustainability, it the one-fourth of the weightage. So this is no hard and fast rule, but you can adopt just to find out the numeric value for easy understanding. You give the numeric value. So according to then you are going to make the total. Then it is showing you which strategy is more effective. It has a second, which can be the second best option and which is less effective. So based on that one, you can see the winning strategy, runner-up strategy, less effective based on their final score. Okay, then they have consolidated all those in one table. Okay, so based on that one, then you can recommend which one the best, which one recommended, second recommended option. Now we are going to evaluate this one, this criteria, the selected one. Out of 5 strategies, we finalized 3 strategies based on this evaluation criteria. Okay. After criteria, we need to run the feasibility. Okay. To run the feasibility, we need to see the financial feasibility, operational feasibility, and market feasibility to make or to reach to the final decision. Okay. So we are going to, yes, yep. So we need to consider these three perspective, financial, operation, and market feasibility. So if we talk about the feasibility study or feasibility process, it is used to evaluate whether the strategic option is practical, profitable, and sustainable for a business or not. It helps determine if a proposed strategy can be successfully implemented while considering these elements of financial, operational, and market feasibility. Financial feasibility help us to check if the strategy will be financially worthwhile. It involves basically comparing the cost of implementing the strategy. There should be the monetary and non-monetary element like your time, your energy, your efforts, with the expected benefits of profits. And then again, non-monetary benefit, maybe the goodwill and reputation of your company. You need to consider those benefits also apart from just benefit. You just can say it is a cost benefit analysis in the feasibility study. If the strategies cost outweigh the potential profits, then it shows it may not be a good option to adopt. Then operational feasibility. This looks at whether the business has the necessary resources, I mean in terms of staff, equipment, technology, so to carry out the strategy. If the resources are not there, then it is a futile option. It also evaluates whether the business can manage the day-to-day execution of the strategy effectively in operational feasibility. Okay. The last phase is your market feasibility. In this market feasibility, you check is there enough demand from customer for the product or services that the strategy is focusing on. Okay, it also considered the competitive environment to see if the business can maintain a competitive advantage or edge or differentiated from other in the market. If there is a high intensity of competition and you don't have enough capabilities to maintain that position, I think so then it is not wise to enter or to use that strategy. So in short, feasibility study helps company determine if a strategic option is not only possible to implement, but also likely to be profitable and sustainable in the long run. So it ensures the business is making informed decision before moving forward with the new strategy. So give you the insight to make a right decision. Okay. So the three in the first phase, with the by applying the criteria, we have selected 3 strategies out of 5. Now we are going to run this feasibility study or feasibility options against each strategy, and at the end we will find out some kind of the insight, and based on that we will reach to next stage. I will just go through with the first option or first strategy, and the rest of the two you will explore yourself. Online expansion and e-commerce, we gave it 95% rate. So financial feasibility point of view, if you want to utilize, so it requires investment in logistics, technology, and marketing, but offers long-term revenue growth. So when we are doing the feasibility cost benefit analysis, long-term benefit, but it require investment. When you are going to do that thing, it means it is a good option because it is giving us a heavy, long-term revenue. So this is the best for the organization. Operational feasibility, they are checking again their available resources and operation feasibility to run these operations. So Tesco already has a well-established online platform, reducing implementation costs. So they are very good to go with this option. Market feasibility, there is already after COVID-19, there is a high demand for online grocery on online shopping. So, and it provide a convenience to their customers. So there is a high demand. This is also green signal for us to go ahead with this one. If you see the verdict, it is highly feasible because they have a strong e-commerce infrastructure and scale operations effectively. So they have enough resources or infrastructure to implement that strategy. Again, sustainability, eco-friendly product strategy, that was, we gave the weightage of 90%. So we just rated it is moderately feasible because some challenges in sourcing, but long-term benefits outweigh short-term costs. So this is the second best option because long-term benefit outweighs short-term cost. Okay. If we see third one, diversification, though we have given it 90% weightage, but if we can see from the execution perspective and against this feasibility criteria, when we assess it, we see it is challenging but profitable. It requires external expertise. We need to depend on other people or other people's expertise, and we need to require partnership, but has a high revenue potential. So maybe in future we can consider this one. So based on that thing, we can conclude which one is a best, which one is a second best, which one is a highest best. So that, okay. So now on this feasibility study, will we will be able to feasibility perspective is best. Now, the third thing is we need to run the risk assessment also. Okay. Sorry. Just likewise, feasibility study, we will run the risk assessment against each strategic option, and we'll find out which option is carrying the less risk and bringing us the more benefit. Okay. So if we talk about risk assessment, it helps to make the right choice for a strategic option, and it helps us to evaluate the risk level. I mean, we know how likely and impactful a risk is, and what kind of the mitigation strategies we have to deal with this risk, how we are going to reduce or how we are going to manage these risks. It is also very important to just assign a degree of risk also, like in for impact, high, medium, and low, because then it just help us to make a final decision. So by evaluating the risk level and implementing appropriate mitigation strategies, business can reduce potential negative impacts and increase the chances of successful strategy implementation. So this process help us on this stage, help us to figure out the intensity of the risk and then the kind of the strategy, what kind of the strategy we are going to have, have in place to deal with that risk. So based on all these, based on this analysis, we can say Tesco's conclusion is this: Tesco's online expansion has the lowest risk and highest potential reward. So they made the comparison for the intensity of the risk, high, medium, or low. Then they're checking the benefit and the reward, the return of utilizing that strategy. It is not beneficial. You are just dealing with the risk, but the return is very low. Reward is very low. No, this is not the right approach. At least you are gaining the highest reward, and if there is a risk is a low and medium, still it is a good option to go. But will be running this risk assessment for each category, and based on the research, based on the results, you can figure out which one is the best option to choose for you. Now you are consolidating the result of all the steps into one table, evaluation score by implementing the criteria. This is a score. In first column, there are your strategic options. Then your evaluation score is there, feasibility score is there, and which one is recommended. Where your evaluation score is risk level is, then it recommended to use this one. If we on the side extreme, LD price evaluation score 20, physics was high. But if you see risk level, there is a high risk, and then it means it is not wise to go for this this option. Okay. This sign, it shows that it is considered, it can be considered in the future where you are going to have a tick, but where you have a green ticks or you have a green cells from all these criteria, then you need to focus on your evaluation score, where your evaluation score is telling you, indicating which option is best to utilize. Okay. It's not just evaluation score. Maybe in this case, evaluation score could be the same, but over here, the risk is lower. In this case, the risk is moderate. Maybe then you will go for this option. In this case also, if there is a opposite way, feasibility score is high in sustainable for a sustainability and eco-friendly product, and feasibility score is maybe moderate for online expansion. So maybe your decision can be changed, final decision. So you need to make the analysis based on these metrics, the results of this. So this is all. So this exercise help us to come up with the right decision, because it is giving us the insight of our decision. I think that there is the concrete evidence to reach to the final decision, which strategic option is best to use, which is the second best, and we can consider in the future. So it is very important for you guys to do further reading. There are the ebooks and journals available on the Moodle. Just go to Moodle and consult these resources for deeper understanding and for your uh, better comprehension. So apply your knowledge to demonstrate your to develop your skills. So in this case, today's session we have discussed some other organization examples also, because throughout we were just using Tesco's example. But for you, it is good for you. You go through all these slides again and you read these examples of Tesco's, go through the Tesco's strategic options and strategic initiative, and then connect the dot with these strategic options provided by different modeling tools. You will enjoy it a lot when you will start connecting the dot and you will see how mm, these parts connects with each other and how it works together. And yeah, so to gain uh, when considering we are using these tools, it is not the case you are just choosing options from the one tool. The purpose of covering and going through the different modeling tools is that we are going to take the options from the different tools. Be these tools, the purpose of exploring these different tools was give us different strategic options, and amongst from these different tools and different options, we will choose the best options, uh, which are which are aligned with our organization vision, our organization mission, with our internal environment, with industry environment and organization's external environment, your culture, and which is aligned with your core values. So we need to consider that one. We can use a blend of these tools. Anyways, we are done with today's session. Must do the further reading. Books and resources are available on the Moodle. So tomorrow I will explain assignment brief, and tomorrow is our last session of this module. Bye.